Hello, everybody, and welcome to an early faction turn because we couldn't do Phantom Horizons today to do some scheduling conflicts. So I'm going to do something. It's probably not. It's not. Well, it's not going to be a full faction turn because there has not been an episode since the last time I did a faction turn. So what I'm going to do is explore a little bit of Sectors Without Number. I found out there is a faction tool in Sectors Without Number. The developer was nice enough to share that information with me via a YouTube comment. So I'm going to transfer the stuff into Sectors Without Number, since I like that a lot, from this spreadsheet. I'm going to, and it'll be nice because I can actually set up their homeworld properly, unlike the the other spreadsheet, which would be great if I just put everything in there, but I'm not. I'm using Sectors Without Number. I think it's a great tool. So I'm going to mess around with that a little bit. I might talk a little bit about what's happening, but this probably won't take too long. And if you're watching live on Twitch, after this episode is over, stick around. I'm going to do something else and start something else after this. So that'll be cool, hopefully. But let's get started. Okay, so let's start by creating a faction. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is, you're not going to be able to see this. You're just going to see Sectors Without Number on the screen. I'm going to drag my factions over here so that I'm just going to make OBS small so I can still maintain it and make you. I split my screen in a way that makes sense for me. The current window is too small. Yeah, I know. Okay. So let's start the biggest faction, the Merchants Consortium. Not the biggest. Are they the biggest faction? They're up there. Oh, yeah, they're one of the bigger ones. Huh. Okay. Merchants Consortium. I have a force rating of 5 for them. Cunning of 7. Wealth of 8. Hit points auto-calculated to 49. Balance of 7. I think. You know what? I'm going to see if that auto-calculates. Relationship friendly. Homeworld is Kira. That's great. Goal. Commercial expansion tags are plutocratic. Description. Oh boy. Let's think. Well, no. This is a good exercise. Description. Large scale trade union. Of business owners, controls trade lanes and mediates discussions. I spell things wrong. Is it good? Okay, good. I'm not a good speller. Add assets. Let's see. Asset tracker. Let's see. If I do hostile takeover. Oh, good. Oh, let me save. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, well, let me save. Okay, so that's good. Oh, that's awesome. It tells you the system. Oh, it has a little description. This is great. This is great. Okay, so let me edit this so I can add more assets. Bank. Location. Oh, you can't leave the location blank. Okay, let's default everything to Kira for now. Now, I shouldn't hit save. I should just keep editing. Now that I know it works. Okay, let's see. Lawyers. I'm gonna put the lawyers over. What is the planet? It's Herald. Oh, Herlad. Whoops. I've been calling it Herald. I'll have to edit that. Let me do that now before I forget. Oops, wrong button. Herald should be... No, it's close. Here we go. Edit. Whoops. Herald. Save. Okay. Factions. What happens if I hit you? What do you do? Oh. Okay. Edits. Balance is currently 7. Next up, they got commodities brokers. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to default most of these to Kira. I'll remember. Okay. Blackmail. I'm going to put that one on my XX. I might not be doing this right, but they might have to have influence before they can. But you know, whatever. I'm on game. I can bend the rules if I want. Add asset. Lobbyists. Let's see. Transport lockdown. Ooh, that's definitely on Herald. That's what they do in that sector. Okay. And finally, informers. And that's on Kira. Save. Okay. Merchants Consortium, all done. Next up, the Spacers Union. I am recording, right? Correct. Okay. Sorry, this is a little low-key. Today was interesting. So, okay. Their homeworld is the Dune Lighthouse. So, can I save and figure out where that is? Oh, it's a space station. Isn't it? Deep Space Station? What's the difference? Is in the Sona system. Dallas. Okay. Now. Spacers Union. Edit. Dallas. Their goal is expand, and their tag is scavengers. Let's see. Ragtag group of long haul junk traders and transport pilots. Control laneways. Semi-powerful union, but tend to support larger factions that pay them well. Okay. Add assets. Go to my asset triggers. So the only thing... is I'm not seeing... Something I do like about the other faction, it is as a faction turn tracker. So I might still use that. But I'll have to check in a second. So let's do some Spacers Unions. They have covert shipping. Dallas. And oops. And the Union Toughs on Dallas. Save. So if let's see. It doesn't look like I can do, like, quote unquote track their faction turns in this one, but that's okay. I still think it's better to have it mostly all in one place, and I like this interface better than the spreadsheet. Spreadsheet's great. It does lots of cool stuff. It calculates. It does all this, but I think it's easier and more integrated to do this. And it looks like I didn't fill out hit points here, but I'll do that later. It's no big deal. Okay, let's keep going. Next up is the Good Neighbors. How many factions do I have total? Oh boy. Okay. That's right. I created too many factions. Because I have too many good ideas. I'm joking, of course. Good Neighbors. 4, 3, and 1. What are you? Oh, it calculates assets. Okay, that's kind of the gold one. That's kind of cool. Okay, so first one, 15. Ooh, crap. Wrong cell. Relationship. Hostile. Homeworld. Decillis. Plan. Terry seizure. Okay, let's see. Good Neighbors. Radical Frontier Group. The Minutemen. Radical Frontier Group. I think that's good enough. And they've got Guerrilla. Oops. Oh, I spelled Guerrilla wrong. Whoops. Okay, location. And we also have smugglers. Perfectly legitimate business operations. If you can't find it, that's not our problem. Let me it seems to be... Edit, let me fill these in. Right? Edit. And I got little, I don't know what those numbers are doing. I'm going to have to fill out some of this stuff later, but I just want to get it in there, and then when we do our next proper faction turn, but from here on out, I'll fill it out properly. Okay. Got good neighbors. Oh, is it alphabetical? It's alphabetical, isn't it? That's why. I thought it was doing something weird. Okay. The Twitch, which is what we are on right now. I don't know. Oops. Okay. Relationship. Neutral. Oh, no, not hostile. Neutral, because it's complicated. Freya is a former... Not Freya. Zephyr is a former member. Mecha Esports in space. Homeworld. Oh boy, it's a lighthouse again. Okay. Let's save. Go over to here. Deep Space Station. Limero. It's Limero. Goal. Expand influence. And they are a mercenary group. Assets. Before I forget the thing I was literally just talking about. Assets. Monopoly, which I was about to say is just like the real Twitch, but that's not really true. Sort of. It's weird. And location is Limero. Heavy drop assets for the big ass mechs. And Limero. Which sounds vaguely like Vivero, which has story relevance for the players. Let's see. We're getting there. Colonial Confederation. Yep. Okay, relationship. Neutral. Homeworld. Enda Colazin. Enda Colazin. That's cool. Random name generator for the win. Okay, their goal is inside enemy territory, and they are fanatical. Crazed group of space survivalists. Cult. Believe the end of the universe is nigh. Conflicting factions within on what to do with that information. How did I spell survivalist wrong? Okay. Add assets. This is a good primer for... That's not the Colonial. That's Ultima Thule. Crap. Whoops. This is a good primer for the thing I totally just messed up. Okay, well, half of this is right. I input half from the Colonial Confederation and half from Ultima Thule. So they're technically hostile, but only because the group's crazy. Oh, that's right. And they got beat up in the first faction turn, so they only have saboteurs left. And they are on the planet, which I said was Enda. Okay. Create faction. Colonial Confederation. Let me do this right this time. 4, 3, 6, 5, 29. Oh, not 18. Relationship neutral. Okay, description. Let's see. Allied planets of the core provide stable and safe space within their sphere of influence. And asset tracker. This is another pretty big one, so let's see. They've got party machine. Planets of core folly. And is it? Oops. Demagogues. Counter intel. And finally, we're getting there. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left, and I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're about halfway done. It's taking a little longer than I thought. Okay. Create faction. Where are we at? We're at the 7th sanctum. Three, 6, 5, 29, relationship neutral. Actually, I should talk to Timothy about that, just to see if, let me highlight this row so I don't make the same mistake I did last time. I should ask Timothy if that's where he would have learned, where Lucifer would have learned his psychic skills. Preeminent. Oh boy. Nah, I didn't think that was right. Psionic. And you might just not know that word. Nah, it doesn't matter. Academy. And a group of psychic Specialists. That's how you say that word, right? Asset tracker. Why can't I spell? Why won't it let me pick that? Why won't it let me pick Psychic Assassins? There's Cyber Ninjas. Where's Psychic Assassins? Okay, I'll just leave that one blank for now. Unless I can't have it, maybe? Like, I can't imagine. It doesn't say it has upkeep over here, but I don't know. Okay. We got book. Okay. Okay, they must have some different names, so I'm gonna have to, when I have a minute, look them up, because I'm not seeing the R&D department, Book of Secrets, or Psychic Assassins. So edit. Double check asset names. Okay. After the Seventh Sanctum, we have the Lensed Star. 1, 3, and 4. Hit points 15. Relationship is friendly because of Drake. Prita. Oh, pretty. Goal. And tags. Let's see. Science. What's the... It's like a research organization. I'm trying to think. I know there's a word for it. Science Technical Research Coalition. Peer-reviewed studies and experiments. Research funding provided. Okay. Asset tracker. Well, one of these is the same as, oops, one of the ones I couldn't find for what you call it. So that's going to be a problem. Okay. We are getting there. So the one thing I don't know is I don't know what these buttons mean. Oh, is that just to minimize them? I don't know what these mean then. Going up, going down? I don't know. What does it say? If I click on Ultima Thule. Oh, is it? It's friendly and hostile. That's what it is. Well, up means friendly, down means hostile. That makes sense. Okay, well, that's good shorthand. And then the dash means neutral. And that can change at any time, obviously. So the players recently made an enemy of... I'm going to have to... When they took a faction turn, some of this stuff changed. So the enemies recently made an enemy of the Axiom Corporation, which is not big enough to have a full-on faction. They're technically part of the Merchants Consortium. And, yeah, they maybe stole some data. They maybe absconded with that data, that the space station that they were on maybe blew up. It's unclear. It's unfolding. And yeah, Homeworld is Megon. We'll see what happens next week when they play again. It will be interesting to see how they react. The last reaction they had was to pull a runner when some things... I don't even know how to describe it. They didn't necessarily look shady, but somebody was coming to talk to them, and maybe they didn't have their best interests at heart. And yeah, everyone had... I think there was a different idea of pull a runner in some of the players' heads. I think some people thought they were just going to go back to the friendly space station they had all been at, and then others thought they were going to... well, they did make a spike jump, a spike drive jump to the nearest planet, so they ended up on a Cold War planet. But yeah, it's going to be fun to see what they do next. Oh, Pax Terra, let's see. Pax Terra assets. They've got zealots, and they got lawyers. And Megon. Oops. Okay. What do we got? A couple more. Create faction. I do have Axiom Core on here. I'll fill it in. Let me do the Fourth Estate. I'll have to go back to the previous episodes and see what I described some of these as, because I know the kind of, ongoing and updating ideas on some of these things. And you figure out stuff works, you figure out stuff doesn't work. I originally had more polite organizations, and I figured out that doesn't make for interest. And I know this, of course, but in Dungeons and Dragons, it's a little different. You can have people working in the background. You can have the Harpers doing things. You can have the Emerald Enclave, the Lord's Alliance. You can have them doing positive things in the background, but in a game like this, and in a world we built where it is a little darker and I don't want to say grittier, because I don't think anything we do is quite gritty. There's still a light humor and lacking an edge of lots of stuff. So, but it's serious, and this is a darker world than we've possibly been playing, and so without movers and shakers, without people who want conflicting things, the faction turn's not very interesting. If everyone's just playing in their own corner, being nice to each other. So I definitely decided to make some not nice people, because I think pardon me, I think that's way more interesting in the end. Okay, we are getting there. And you know, your ideas on things just change. They get better. Your players might have a cool idea that you're just like, I never thought of it that way. Just about done. Spectrum, which is Space Comcast, and named after the old, well, they used to be called Spectrum, at least around here. I think. Well, yeah, anyway. Relationship. The Marrow. Somebody else is on the Marrow. Who else is on the Marrow? The Twitch. Okay, that actually makes sense. I like that. I like that a lot. Oh, maybe I can play that up on... a future faction turn. I like that. I'll have to remember that. Okay. Space Comcast. Okay, asset tracker. Shipping. Blackmail. Ooh, they both have monopolies on that planet. I'm gonna have to see how that interacts. And the last one. Okay, and then finally, we have my favorite name, Vatican X. Space Pope. Oh, I'll have to think of a name for the Space Pope. Homeworld Mass, because that's too good. Theocratic. They don't have a goal right now. So what's the... It's Invincible Valor. That's very forcey. I kind of... let's say Peaceable Kingdom. Yeah. Although... Oh, no, wait. Did I... No. Okay, good. Did I make them forcey? I didn't. I know I probably mentioned that I like on Doctor Who the idea that, like, clerics or paladins in the future, or, like, priests in the future are more like clerics or paladins, like they're military organizations. I did think that was neat. Oops. Okay, just about done. Alright, there's R&D. And there's Psychic Assassins. Why weren't they showing up earlier? Can I not have them? I mean, organizational moles and zealots. I think I'm done here. Why can't I save? What am I missing? Trains away marketers, lawyers, demagogues, party machine, organizational mole, zealots. Oh. There we go. Okay, what was I having? Seventh Sanctum. Edit. Add asset. How did I get it? I searched for... Yeah, it won't let me, so I must not have enough of something. I'll have to look into that. But okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 30 to 4, 6, okay, good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, perfect. So, minimize this, maximize this. Okay, so, yeah, I rebuilt the factions in Sectors Without Number. I think that's probably where I'm going to wrap it up for tonight. Nothing crazy, kind of a low-key episode, probably just me talking to myself. Hopefully it was entertaining, I don't even know, relaxing, watching me fill out numbers. I might do another one of these, a proper one after the episode. I don't know when it would air, because Mondays are, well, maybe it'll air like after Call of Cthulhu, or if we do Bubble Gumshoe again at the end of the month, or maybe after a Wednesday show. So if you're watching live on Twitch, after I end this stream, I'm not going to end the stream. I'm going to end the recording, and I'll start talking about something else and start a new recording in a minute for the used tubes. And yeah. Wednesday is Star Chasers. Spelljammer's back. They're back in Wild Space. The episode is called The Dread Pirate Manchoon. So we'll see how people react to that. And then next week, as always, is Task Force Unlikely. Sadly, we will be without Gale, which will... Well, it's always a bummer when a player misses. We're going to be without Gale for 2 weeks, so I will have a suitable reason for why Gale is missing. And I'm sure it will have nothing bad to do with anything that's been happening. Actually, I don't plan on it being anything bad. But yeah. Next week is Phantom Horizons proper on Monday. After that, Call of Cthulhu, and then maybe Bubble Gumshoe. I have to talk to Marty and Soup. So, but yeah. Have a good night, everybody. Where's the opener? Nope. There it is.